Hello, this is this run up the AFC East for 2018. Here's all the scores for the games. So the first game, New England won or lost, 8-15 against Miami. Next game, Buffalo won 2017 against New York Jets. And then next game, New England lost 20-27 versus Buffalo. And New York Jets, also New England did. Then New York Jets won 16-10 versus Miami, and then New England won 30-24 versus New York Jets, and Miami won 18-17 versus Buffalo. And we've got lots of stats here to go through. So that ended up with Buffalo winning 2 and losing 1, had point differential of 9, so they topped the table and be division champs. And Miami won 2, lost 1, and there was no point differential, so they got second on wins. The New York Jets got 1 win, 2 losses, and -3 point differential. And New England got 1 win, 2 losses, -8 point differential, with Garoppolo as the quarterback after Tom Brady retired. So that's defense there, Connor. Here's the offensive team. So offensively, Buffalo had 160.6 yards per game they made and got 5 touchdowns in 3 games and no interceptions. And the yards run per game was 142.6, which is a massive amount for the run game. Like their passing game wasn't going as good, but the run game was. And they had 2 touchdowns from that, but 4 fumbles. Not all of them were turnovers, though. And I've just counted the ones that were turnovers. Miami had, or weren't turnovers, and were turnovers. So both ones that were turnovers and not turnovers. Just to tell them about the fumbles. So Miami was 242 pass yards for, and 1 touchdown from that, and 1 interception, and 82 running yards gained per game on average, 2 touchdowns and 5 fumbles. And then New York Jets were 238 yards passing per game, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And then yards rushing per game was 68.3, which is maybe the lowest in the division, and 2 touchdowns and 2 fumbles. So that's not that good, but it's about the same as everyone else, even though they got less yards. How many touchdowns they got? And then New York Jets got 238 yards. Oh, sorry. Then New England got 316 yards, 0.6 passing, and then 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, and 101 yards rushing, which was really good, and second in the division, and 3 touchdowns and no fumbles. So it's really good by the running back, who's still the same. I forget which one it is, LeGarrette Blount or something like that. And here's like the defensive stats. So the defensive stats. So that's all the stats there for each game. These are the defensive stats here. So Buffalo had 353.6 yards on average for their passing defense. So the worst passing defense, but only had 3 touchdowns against and 1 interception. So they did have an interception, so that was good. And they only had 53.6 yards rushing against them and 2 touchdowns from that and no fumbles. So Miami has got the best offense, so see if they've got the best defense. So kind of is with the turnovers, as you can see, they had 7 turnovers caused, and only had 6 turnovers for them. So they still had turnovers for them, but they might not have lost them or something, I don't know. It's all close between all the teams. So it's 178.6 yards passing for Miami on average, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That's the best passing defense on yards, and the interceptions are the best out of anyone, and the touchdowns are second best to New York Jets. And then 83.6 is the third best yards rushing against, and 0 touchdowns the best for that, and 4 fumbles is the second best to take away. And the New York Jets are 207.6 yards against them passing per game, which is second, I think, and 1 touchdown, which is against them, which is first, and 0 interceptions, though, which is last. And then it's 176 yards rushing against them, which is where they got let down. 6 touchdowns, 5 fumbles though, but 6 touchdowns of rushing touchdowns against the New York Jets, so they need better for that if they can. And 217.3 for New England yards passing against them per game average. 6 touchdowns against them passing, 2 interceptions though, which has them third best, I think, or second best. Second has them second best in the division for interceptions, and last for touchdowns against though. And 80.6 is